Hello, hello, everybody. Yeah, as the stream title said, I'm gonna try and do the MSQ again. I had that realization the other. Wow, huh? That's really interesting. You'd post that right now, huh? Well, okay. That's really cool of you. You're gonna get banned. Let you know that. Do you want to say anything in your defense? Anything in your defense at all? Nothing? That's it? Okay, we'll die on that. But yeah, like I said, we are going to try to do some more of the MSQ. It's been honestly like over a year since I've like done the MSQ, just because I've had other stuff I had to do, and real life just kind of, you know, takes priority. I don't want to say gets in the way, but real life definitely is a priority. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get through all of 4.1 today, but we're gonna go through as much as we can. Getting back into it, I'm feeling a little bit more confident, feeling a little happy, feeling a little ready to do this. So there we go. We're back in it, baby. We're back in it. It's not like I haven't not played 14 seriously in over a year or two. Lise, there you are. I remember you. I remember not being super thrilled with Lise, but I don't remember why. I think I had issue with like her character at some points. Wait, how are you still Dapper? I have not played in like years. I don't progress with the MSQ unless it's on stream. So I'm playing offline and just not making any progress with the MSQ. I thought you released no man. I have issues. That's why we're here, Dapper, because I don't want to be embarrassed by this. Oh yeah, apparently I got follower emotes, so please feel free to use the follower emotes, because now we have follower emotes, so that's really cool. I didn't realize that happened. So, Bomber, for Heavensward, I had the checklist of stuff that I wanted to do before I started doing Stormblood stuff, where I did Alexander, I did the Warring Triad, I did all the extra dungeons. I just tried to do all the extra story stuff, just to be like, okay, Heavensward, in a box, it's done, go into Stormblood. And I'm gonna do the same with Stormblood. So, but I gotta make that list eventually. I just gotta finish the MSQ! Okay, but we are here to start the 4.1 MSQ of Stormblood. So let's talk with Lise. Let's start this. Well, we'll start with Minago first. We brought this land of freedom with blood, that our friends and our enemies. I'll be damned if we're gonna give it up again. Okay. Good luck. Well, I'm gonna need good luck to remember everyone's voice and what everyone did last time I played this. So let's see, Lise. Okay. Oh, emote immediately box. That's where you get that fucking emote. I've seen people do that all the time and box at me, but I didn't know you get it from the MSQ. Okay. Alright, Lise, let's talk.
Come to see how we're getting on?
Cool, we still got sound, even though we transition scenes. Great. Lise, it's been a while. How you doing, girl?
We've made good progress since we took back Alamigo, but there's one big issue we still have to address. Leadership. The Domans had Lord Hien ready and willing to take the throne, but we've got no one like that here. Theodoric was our last ruler, and he wasn't called the Mad King for nothing.
Theodoric? I don't think I know about Theodoric. I don't think it's been mentioned before, or maybe just once or twice, but I don't know.
Suffice it to say, our people have had their fill of kings, which means we need to find a new way forward.
Okay.
If only it were that easy. Everyone and his uncle has an opinion. For the time being, we're just going to have to keep leaning on General Aldin and the Alliance for support, and see if we can't find a solution together. Something tells me we're going to be hosting a lot of meetings in the near future.
Oh, great. Well, that'd be good for info dumpster makes.
But if that's what it takes, I'm ready to talk till my jaw aches.
My jaw aches. Alright.
The reach is yours, Nago. Don't do anything I wouldn't.
Is their voices good, well balanced, guys? Can you hear that well?
Aye, aye, Commander.
Because I don't want to be too quiet to where you guys can't hear them. Okay. I guess she's going... Okay.
Ah, there you are.
Arenvald.
I've been searching all over for you.
I remember... Okay, I remember this guy. I briefly remember this guy. I don't think he had a voice at all. So, probably bought up a titch. Not terrible, though. Okay, I'll do that after the cutscene. No problem. I think it was mentioned in the sideline. Okay, yeah, well... I would not remember it. Alright, Arenvald, what's up?
Don't worry, it's nothing bad. That said, this might not be the best place to talk. Will you join me?
Sure. Let's talk by the Raugur's feet.
I'll get to the point. Might you be interested in a spot of adventure?
I mean, maybe.
After all, we were adventurers before we were scions, were we not?
Sure, I could partake in an adventure or two.
After routing the Imperials and liberating Alamigo, I reckon we've earned a bit of respite, don't you? And what better way to spend it than by returning to our roots?
You dawn trialing on me right now? This sounds like dawn trial.
So, what say you? Shall we call on Alphino and go adventuring?
Twist my arm, why don't you? I suppose... that's what we do, I suppose. Twist my arm, why don't you? I'd be like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's go on an adventure. That's what we do, I suppose. Yeah. I don't think Alphino would be the one that we'd call on. I think we'd just... Alice. Alice would be more for the adventure, right? Which one is it? Audio. Okay, I'm gonna put the voices a little bit higher. I think the background noise is fine. Maybe it's a little bit loud. We'll lower that. Okay, hope that's good for you guys. Right then, let's go find Master Levier. Actually, leave that to me. I want you to fresh out. I want you fresh for a little adventure. Wait for us by the Aetheroid. We'll be there shortly. See you there. Okay, bud. Should be fine. Is it fine? I'm hoping it's fine. By the Aetheroid. I gotta beat you up later for your cards. It's always, with streaming, it's always like, it should be fine, right? That's like, it always should be, but then it's not. Yeah, since the last time I streamed, I got like a new graphics card, I got a new camera, I got like, I got new lights, I bumped up a bunch of stuff, and then just never didn't stream. But, it's fine. Oh, I know, trust me, I know. Here, let me give you a follow, Bomber, so whenever you, Oh wait, am I following you already? Oh, I am following you. Okay, cool. How did I do Alphino's voice? I have to hear him talk again. I don't... We're just gonna throw something out there and then I'll correct myself later. Greetings, Losa. It would seem that we are to accompany Arenvald on some manner of escapade. Have you any idea what we've gotten ourselves into? Allow me to explain. It'll be something of a history lesson, but I'll try to be brief. No snoring, if you please. Now, the events I speak of occurred before the occupation, back when Alamigo was still a monarchy, and Theodoric sat at the throne. A uniquely brutal despot by all accounts. That he was, the King of Ruin suffered no rivals, real or imagined, and his dispute with the monks of the Fist ended with Raugur's Reach being burned to the ground. In the latter years of his rule, he was seized by an unshakable belief that unseen forces were conspiring to steal his crown, and so he ordered that every soul with a claim to the throne be executed, including his own family. The wealth of the poor sods he put to death became the property of the king, and it's said that those royal treasures were hoarded somewhere in the palace. Thus was born the legend of the Mad King's Trove. British and high-pitched. Working on it. I believe it is our adventure to take. I assume you have a mind to unearth this hidden bounty? You assume correctly! And would I also be correct in assuming that this legend is widely known? Others would surely have gone in search of your prize, as tempting as it seems. Well, of course we won't be the first to make the attempt. Following Alamiga's liberation, More than a few eager soldiers turned up the place upside down in hopes of claiming an easy fortune. But even after scouring every room from dusk till dawn, they uncovered not a single coin. Their gold dust drained away as quickly as it had come, and the legend of the Mad King's Trove remains simply that, a legend. But I see you have no intention of letting the story end there. What self-respecting adventurer would? Imagine the three of us delving into decades-old mystery. Tell me that thought doesn't set your heart racing. I do. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's it. Box emote unlocked. That's it. Alright. You're an amazing actor. That's high praise. I am so rusty. I don't remember any of the voice or the inflection I used to do, so I'm just trying to ease into it, but thank you for that. If anyone can find the treasure, it's us, even if I don't. Ooh, Major Flinch. Ooh, Ricky, when I get you, Ricky. So I'm just testing out the emote. I'm just testing out the emote right now. Don't flinch. Cool emote. I was waiting to see when we're gonna get this emote. Okay, it's cool. Alright. Yeah, I was waiting for the ad to go away. If anyone can find that treasure, it's us. But even if we don't, the adventure will be reward enough, I reckon. That's a good positive attitude to have towards this whole thing. Ooh, what the hell? I think slaying is the dragoon one. You can almost see the wheels turning in Alphino's head. Okay? Yes, slaying. Okay, make sure. Gotta slay. The news of Doma and Alamiga's liberation has rekindled the flames of revolution in every corner of the Empire. I hear the Imperial's providence, Dalmasca, has already risen up in rebellion. Which means the Galrians must surely have their hands full. What better time than now to indulge in such a diversion? Tell us, Arenvald, do you have any clues as to where we might begin our search? Well, judging by how the treasure hunters fared, nosing about the police ain't like to get us anywhere. So let's probably need to, ask around. That would be another way of saying no. I see. In that case, I should pay a visit to the Allied Archivists and request access to the records seized from the Imperials. The Galrians are meticulous about such things. If they uncovered the trove during their occupation, the event is certain to have been recorded. In the meantime, the two of you can track down those who had worked as palace servants and officials in Theodorix, I think is the name. Theodorix Day. Given that they might have at least 20 at a time, you can be sure to look for people who have seen 40 summers or more. Anything they can tell you about the king and his bloody deeds may prove useful, so be sure to listen well. Arenvald, pray try your luck with the fringes and the peaks, while Slosha makes the rounds in the Alamigan quarter. Ha! And there I was thinking I was the party leader. Not that I mind, of course. What's my accent? Where'd my accent go? Let's be about it, eh? We can meet afterwards at Arenvald's gate. I lost the little Scottish thing I was doing with them. Okay, that's fine. Theodric. Okay. Theodric. I'll have to. You keep me posted on that, because I'll fuck up and I will get it wrong, I bet. Alright, I think let's do a dungeon. I'll do that later. We're doing MSQ right now. Sorry, my cat's like laying down, like on the ground, looking so pathetic because he wants me to pet him. Buddy, you want to be petted? You want pets? He's like sprawled out on the ground like this, like on his back looking at me, and I'm like, do you want attention, buddy? You want to come here? And he's like, no, come here to me. If he wants attention, he'll come right up to the camera and just like put his face like right here. So if you see a big white blob do that, then that's him. Middle-aged Highlander. All right, bud.
In the palace? No, not me, lass. Surely you've heard stories of the Mad King. They used to hold public executions up on divine audience. Anyone suspected of conspiring against the crown was flung from the top of those steps. Suffice to say, that's why I stayed away from the palace as far away from the palace as possible.
Yeah, bud. Mature maid. You want to hear an old maid stories, do you? Well, most of what I know is the Mad King is common knowledge.
We'd only see His Royal Majesty when he denied to attend the executions he ordered. And after that, even watching his enemies die was enough to coax him out of hiding. They say he started seeing assassins in every shadow, and went and set foot outside the palace walls. I was offered to work there as a royal servant once, but the mere thought of it left me in a cold sweat. And I think one more over here. Retired Rodigan.
Well, I served at the pleasure of King Theodric, and lived up to tell the tale. One of the palace guards I was. Truth be told, it was a dark chapter in my life, and one I'd soon forget. Hardly a night went by when I didn't hear the blood-curdling screams echoing from the inner chambers, which, of course, were under orders to ignore. So we'd stand still as statues, trying not to imagine what horrors were unfolding within. If you're hell-bent on finding what happened in that palace, head down the street here. Ask old Arenvald. He was the king's head scribe.
Okay. I like that this place is filled with people now. I know it wasn't really before. Arnold. Hey, what's up, Arnold?
Yes, I'm Arnold. What do you want from me? You would have me dredge up some decidedly unsavory memories. Yes, if Alamigo is to move forward, we must acknowledge the misdeeds of the past. Very well, I'll tell you what I remember. I take it you know of Theodric's paranoia and public executions of his kinsmen. Those are terrible enough. But in his last days, the king's fevered mind settled upon even grislier methods of disposal, which only a chosen few were unfortunate enough to witness. His Majesty ordered his court thaumaturges to unleash vile curses upon the remaining members of his royal family, a magic which transformed them into fiends of hideous aspect. The resulting monstrosities were then cast into darkness below the palace. Even now, my sleep is troubled by nightmares. If others of Theodric's blood were prone to share his madness, then mayhaps it is a kindness that the monarchy ended with him.
Okay, okay. Not what the fuck? Like, we're a bit of a figgity fucked up situation we've like immediately gone into in like the second quest of the post-patch stuff. Okay. Excellent timing as ever. We have this moment to return from our own intelligence gathering efforts. Trust me, it gets worse. Oh, buddy, I can't wait.
Since we're all here, why don't we share what we've learned? Allow me to begin. As promised, I scoured the Imperial Art records for any mention of fantastic treasures, and I found precisely none. Just as possible, I suppose, was that a corrupted official deliberately hid the fact of the trove's discovery, hoping to enrich himself. But I find it rather unlikely that so valuable a find would stay secret for long. I concluded that our prize either does not exist, or that the Imperial somehow overlooked it. But what of you, Losha? Were your investigations any more fruitful?
Yeah, bunch of fucked shit happened behind the scenes.
Turned into monsters?
What accent was that?
Turned into monsters? And that could mean this, quote, darkness beneath the palace. I wonder.
Met an old man in Alagiri who spoke of the palace's subterranean prison. But he said not of cursed abominations.
The Imperial archives were also silent on the subject of fiends inside the palace grounds.
Could this scribe fellow have been spinning your yarn, do you think? Did you believe him, Losha?
Seems rather genuine. He may have been lying. Look, we've been through so much fucked up shit. We've done the whole Realm Reborn stuff. We've dealt with primals. We've dealt with Bahamut. We did Calls Bahamut. Saw that whole storyline and how fucked that could be. We did all the Heaven's Ward, all the fuck shit with that, and then we did Stormblood. I'm willing to believe anything that's fuck shit is pretty much gonna be fuck shit at this point. So yeah, his fear seems genuine, and I'm gonna believe him on the matter.
If he was afraid, that does lend credence to the tale, though I'm not sure how that helps us in our search.
Do not be so hasty. Ernald's, antidote may very well have told us where the trove is hidden, but ere I share my theory, there is a matter I would clarify. Arenvald, you spoke of a light-hearted adventure, but I sense motive for this expedition. What do you intend why are you so intent on finding this treasure? It wasn't all pretense, I swear, but you're right. My father was in the Imperial Army, a man of Garlean blood. I trust you know what I mean when I say that my Alamegan mother did not welcome my arrival. As I grew, she would check my brow over and over, convinced that a spot on my skin was emerging a third eye, like the kind you see in pureblood Galrians. My mother didn't care for this taunting reminder of my heritage, and took up a knife. War paint served to cover the—
Oh, fuck. So she removed his third eye. I forget how messed up this game can get sometimes. Hashtag drama. Hashtag tragic backstory. Hashtag D&D character backstory. Oh, flashback.
In the end, she turned me out on the street and I was left to haunt the alleyways of Alamega, a failed child that got what he needed through begging, cunning, or worse. The best I can say is about the years that followed is that I survived, but I hated the animal I'd become. Eventually I left the city behind me and joined a group of refugees bound for the other side of the wall. It was then that I turned to adventuring, and the road led me to the company of the Scions. I tell you this so you understand. I know all too well what poverty and hunger can do to a person. I drew steel on ordinary folk for a measly crust of bread. With the Aldrich's gold, I could spare my countrymen the shame of living like that.
Okay.
Thank you, Arenvald, and I apologize. It could not have been pleasant to recall, but I felt it best to clear up, to be clear in our intentions.
I'm missing his voice. God, I gotta get back in. I gotta practice more.
Walosha, are you content with surrendering the treasure to Arenvald's noble cause, and claim the thrill of adventure as your reward?
Yeah, I'm good for it. That's how you know the storytelling in this game is good. Yeah. Like, even still, I know people complained a lot about Stormblood. I haven't, I still found it fun, good. I still enjoyed it a lot. I'm still enjoying it. It's not a Realm Reborn. It's not the first part of the game. Like, that was rough sometimes. But, yeah, it's just that I think Stormblood's sandwiched in between Heavensward and Shadowbringers, which I hear is amazing. That it just kind of doesn't look as good. But I think it's fine. It's fine. I'm having fun with it.
Alphado's voice. Then I should be glad to tell you my theory on the resting place of the Mad King's Trove, if you're minded to hear it.
Yeah, sure. Let me grab that slaying coffer. That slaying coffer. Well, out with it. What is this theory of yours? Wait, hold up. A branded chest containing complete set of accessories. Like, I'll look at that later. I don't want to clutter my inventory anymore.